at the Game Bros station as we search for Mario.
Mario? Where are you, Mario? Even though we know where you are.
Yep,
So,
he's in the basement.
Why do we keep calling for you, then?
Oh, the billiard guy.
Man,
Right.
he's on a mission. It's like, bend over, Luigi. I gotta stick this right up your ass. Come on, target him. Watch out for the flying balls of destiny. What you want? Well, okay. Good to know. Oh yeah, I remember this. Don't you have to like shoot that back at him?
No, I think I have to piss him off by absorbing them all.
Sure.
I think so.
I swear I thought you had to hit him with them.
And, oh, maybe it's only one of them because the other one evaporated.
Yeah. There you go. You got him hit him a couple of times.
Oh. I get it. I have to get rid of the other ones and then I suck up the red one and hit him with it.
Suck up
That's
the
good to know.
red one and hit him.
Yeah, Matt, you have more stories to tell about New Jersey.
More delightful stories. What do y'all think about?
Ow.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, did that hit him?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, good.
I think you can hit with any of them. So yeah, I got some alien stories I thought I could tell you. Here's a really long one, so Jared can ignore me. Close encounters over Denville, Morris County in 1979. In the summer of 1979, my then girlfriend Barbara and I were returning from visiting friends at 1 a.m. We were en route 80, heading to Denville. As we were climbing the hill just before Denville, we heard a woman on my CB radio hysterically and screaming, asking for help. I immediately got on the radio and asked her what was the problem. She screamed that she was being chased by lights over her car. I asked where was she, and she stated she was driving on Route 80 west in Rockaway. I thought she was drunk or pulling a prank. When we reached the top of the hill, we saw her car on the other side of 80. Above her car was a globe of white light the size of a basketball. My eyes then were drawn to a dozen or so lights that were flying behind the car or standing stationary along the side of the highway, about 20 feet or so off the ground. The globes lined up and flew away. It was at this time my car died. As I pulled up to the shoulder, my girlfriend pointed out of her window and began to scream. I opened the door and looked up of the car to the north. Perhaps a mile away, and 1,000 feet up was a ship, moving west slowly. It was the size of a stadium, oblong in shape. There were white lights all along the sides of the ship that were moving in a circle counterclockwise in a pattern, and on the bottom was another circle of colored lights that was moving very fast indeed. Also clockwise. In this bottom circle were globes of light entering from different parts of the sky, and others were leaving from the circle and taking off at speeds only seen in science fiction movies. When we saw the lights come and go, stop on a dime in midair, and make 45-degree turns while flying, we watched the mothership for at least 5 minutes as it headed east. When it was out of sight, my headlights came back on. I was able to start the car, and we drove into Denville. When we went directly to the police station and reported what we had seen. The officer on duty stated to us that there had been lots of calls on what happened to cars on the highway checking it out. Now here's the oddest part. I worked for a large retail store at the time in one of the larger malls. Several months after the incident, I was informed by my supervisor that someone was at the courteous desk to speak at me. At the desk was a man in a dark suit. He was very pleasant, and he stated he had a few questions regarding what I have seen on the highway that night. I told him what had occurred. He stated that it was routine for these things to be looked up into, and stated that that's a weird word, Picatinny Arsenal was nearby, and perhaps it was a military aircraft on maneuvers. Yeah, of fucking course. He was polite and soon left. When I returned to my desk, I realized, what the hell? I never told anyone about the incident other than my close family members. And how the hell did anyone connected with this knew where I worked. Furthermore, I never gave my name to the police officer when I reported it. They never asked. And that's the story.
Damn.
It actually kind of reminds me of the Birdman thing. Where... Mothman, sorry, Birdman. The moth... Whoa, what's going on here?
Oh, right.
Garrett.
This one we used the projector light to make the ghosts appear. I forgot. I was like, why don't I see them?
Wow, that's crazy.
In this case, they're invisible.
They're spooky. Spooky, scary little ghost.
Another thing, too, is it's the grabby ones. They can be annoying. Especially once they have, like, icy or fire hearts.
I see.
Because then you have to... Oh, God. Nope, nope, nope. Get off me. Get off me.
Like that?
Yeah. Well, partially.
Oh, you can't pick up the coins once you drop them. Uh-oh. Good catch.
Come on. Come here.
Anyway, folks, if you enjoyed that one, I got another one that's related to the Denville UFOs. On duty in Denville, the night of the UFOs. For the past 29 years, I have been telling friends and rookie cops about the UFO that appears over Mountain Lakes, Denville. Just today, I was looking at my daughter's desk and came across your magazine. Flipping through the pages, I came across an article about the UFO over Denville.
Oh, God.
And by God, yeah, right, I think I found them. Them would be the two individuals that stopped in the headquarters to report it. Exactly as I mentioned here in the article. I went out to the area where this was witnessed, took the report, made an investigation report, and called the UFO hotline. After the call was placed, I received a call from the investigator about my report. I can't believe seeing this in print after all these years. It does bring back memories of that night. About a week after the incident, myself and other officers saw lights in the sky in the area of Split Rock Reservoir. Not wanting to be laughed at, we never reported it. Several days later, the county newspaper ran the story with witnesses seeing the lights in the same exact area, which has a history of UFOs. So yeah, it sounds like the spot in near Denville, Morris County. Looks like there's a lot of frequent UFOs that like to appear here. Also, you got his glove.
Yep.
Good job, you freak. Let's see. Let me do one more Denville UFO thing.
Sounds good.
Because there's a lot of good ones here. Also remembers Denville UFOs. I've heard many stories about the 1979 UFO sighting in Denville. I remember my 5th grade teacher telling our class about it. She had been sitting here in her car with her boyfriend, a Denville cop, in the Burger King parking lot. All of a sudden, the lights of the cars going by started flickering. Many people had car trouble. She didn't see anything, but her boyfriend had told what his coworkers had told him about the reports that night. Her best friend had seen small UFO, but much like the one Kirk described in the mothership, apparently there are many of those ships above Denville that night. Another incident happened about 8 years ago. I was walking from my bedroom to my bathroom when I was about 11. We had skylights along the upstairs hallway, and my cat often climbs into the house through them. Let's see. When he gets stuck outside on a cold night. I heard noises as I passed the second one in the hallway. Looked up to see my cat if it needed help getting in. When I looked up, he scrambled through the window and took off down the hall with a look of terror. I ran downstairs, and out of the front door, I heard a soft hum from the sky and looked up. Above me was a very large, slow-moving circle with one white light in the center and multicolored spinning lights along the outside of it. I told my father, and he wouldn't get out of bed to look. The next day, I overheard my mom telling me, my dad, that a few neighbors had called to ask if they've seen anything. While most people don't believe me, I'm still certain I didn't dream it.
Dang.
So yeah, a little go report that one. So that's some crazy stuff. But here's something fun. Almost near exactly from where I live, the Nutley UFO incident from Essex County. And this will be the last one I'll read about UFOs until I move on to the next thing. Oh, wow, perfect timing for when we recorded this. Around Christmas or New Year's of 1970 to 71, I was visiting my cousin in Nutley. I'd gotten out of the Air Force of the previous April, where I had served a multi-engine jet mechanic. The incident at Nutley occurred around 6 p.m. We were just going up to walk to his house when two hysterical girls came racing down the street in a car and screeched to a halt in front of a house. Both were screaming, "What's that? What's that?" I saw an object with a series of lights rotating around, or an oval shape. The object was about 1,000 to 1,500 yards away, 20 to 30 feet in diameter, and cruising around. Oh, you're gonna talk to her some more?
Yep.
Well, actually, let's focus on her for a bit. What you gonna say?
We got the glove. What is this object you have here? Show it, please, to Madame Clairvoyant.
Here you go. It's a
Well,
little
what
dirty,
is this?
a dirty
If
glove.
it isn't Mario's glove! Aha! Still damp with the sweat of the living!
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah. Oh, they come! Now the spirits come! Come, spirits of power! Come, spirits of sight! Show to me the awful things occurring here tonight!
Oh, they got a hand
God, she
fetish?
talks in mouthfuls.
Yeah, no, what do you think I've been doing?
Crystal Orb, so my god, blah blah blah, the same shit as last time. Here's what we seek. Oh, Haram, your Mario is imprisoned, but where? Oh, where is he being held?
Question.
Yes.
Yes! Does she have a mask on her face?
Yeah,
What?
she has like a little cloth, yeah.
I can't quite tell. I'm wondering, is that the same cloth mask that Baby Bowser has in Sunshine?
It kinda looks like it now that you
I mean, it might be
that.
different. Actually, no, never mind. It's different.
Well, it is different, but it's kind of the same idea. Because she has it like partly over her nose and covering her mouth entirely. It's kind of like the dude from Hand of Fate.
Now, I'm sure you're wondering how can I make these estimates. But remember that I was an aircraft mechanic for 4 years. I've spent many hours near the runways. I was using my experience to try to make some identifications of standard markings, such as navigation lights, but there were none. The damnest thing about it was that there was absolutely no noise. You could almost hear an airplane that close. In fact, you can hear them miles away, but not this one. The last thing my eyes zeroed in on was a dome, lit up by some lights that were on top of the fuselage.
Fuselage?
Fuselage, there you go. I never said that word in my life. The craft remained visible for quite a while, heading into a northerly direction, and I guess I was probably near or over the parkway. Oh yeah, I've been through the parkway.
Oh, how is it?
It's hell.
Oh.
We were not the only people watching this, because the neighbors had heard the noise the girls had made and came out to see what was up. My cousin kept urging us to go chase it in the car. I asked him who was going to drive and keep his eye on the road. He got the hint. So, I did what anyone would do who wants to be ridiculed. First, I called the police and asked if there were any reports of a UFO who had been called in. They got a warm reception. Then I called locally prominent Nutley newspaper and asked them the same question of the receptionist who had answered. She put me on hold and came back about 20 seconds later and said, "Actually, that flying saucer, it landed. Click. Trust me. Never try to report a UFO."
Well, that's creepy.
Yeah.
So it landed and they were like, oh, bye.
Yeah, I guess so. Either she was joking with him. I don't know, but
Ah, shit. Oh.
I remember it wasn't like one of the most famous like UFO incidences was in Arizona with the V formation light thing.
Yes. I remember that.
Yeah. There's been a couple times in my life where I thought I've seen a UFO, but it wasn't like the spherical ones that I've been describing.
Yeah.
It was more like the V formation type one. Real quick, Jay. One of the most common, well, next to common formation is the V light ones, where it kind of looks like a boomerang type thing. It's on the screen right now, real quick. That's roughly what I believe I saw as a kid, but it could have been just a military plane. I have no idea. Anyway, there's an old man. We're gonna have to catch him on. Oh, old lady. It's Nana. How you doing, Nana? We're gonna catch you on the next episode, eh? Is that right, Jerry?
Yep.
We're going down to Nutley, Morrison County. Oh, wait, that was Essex County. Man,
Damn it.
I claim to be from Jersey, and I didn't even get those mixed up. Tune in next time, folks. To be continued, everyone.
Ooh, money.
Watch out for UFOs. They want to stick things up your stockings. Merry late Christmas!